Hey y'all, how's it going? Bennett here. In this lesson, you're going to learn Appalachian Rain by Ben Eldridge. And this is on a record by the Sullivan scene called Old Train. If you know who the composer is of this song, please put it in the comment section below because I actually don't know. Maybe it was Ben, but I don't know. I haven't seen the credits of the CD. This tune is in the key of G minor, and you're actually going to be in G minor tuning. So make sure you tune your second string down to a B flat from a B. This song is broken down into 4 different sections. You've got the harmonic intro, you've got the chromatic descending run intro, and then you have the A section and the B section. And I also did another video that covers Ben Eldridge's solo on this song, which has some really cool aspects to it as well. If you haven't checked out Banjo by Ear, it's my membership site that's only $5 a month, and you can sign up for a 7-day free trial by clicking on the link in the description box below this video. There's a whole library of stuff in there focusing on ear training and becoming a better by-ear banjo player, and I post stuff regularly there and also in the private Facebook group. So go check that out if you have a second. Have fun learning Appalachian Rain. 1, 2, 3, 4. One and 2 and 3 and 4 and. In this tune, Ben Eldridge of the Sullivan scene is doing a lot of really cool stuff at a G minor tuning. I just want to break it down piece by piece because there's 4 sections to this arrangement. The first being probably the easiest part is the harmonics on the 12th fret. So he's just pinching those bottom two harmonics and then pinching the third and the second one together. And I'm doing this with my index and my middle, but you can do it with index and thumb if you want. So it's, and then the next two strings, so the third and the fourth. So he's doing that. One more time. And then immediately out of that, he goes into this chromatic run, which is just a descending kind of chromatic blues scale. And if you were tuned in regular tuning, you would usually have your finger right there. So if you're familiar with chromatic style playing or blues style melodic playing, you might recognize part of this position, which is this B flat right here. But because our B string is tuned down a half step, we have to compensate for that by moving all of our notes on the B string up a half step. You're starting out with this 1, 5, 1. It's just kind of getting the timing of when you're removing your thumb from the fretboard. And then you're going into this. And honestly, this stuff sounds super complex, but it's not. It's a lot of forward rolls and backwards rolls. So here's how I like to analyze it if you look at the roll patterns. This is all backwards roll. And after that fifth string, you transfer it into forward roll as you shift down. And then you have that little single string run at the end. So backwards here. Forwards. He does that double pinch the second time of that. So that's the introduction and the outro. Now when we get into the A section of the song, it's fairly straightforward. For this little, I'm dropping my thumb down to the second string for that pull off. And I'm trying to make these slurs as percussive and as rhythmic and almost like grace notes. So that's split up into 4 phrases. You can look at it like that. 1. And then the second one sounds like this, same slide. And then you're gonna go, instead of, which is a forward roll based lick, you're going backwards. And then back into the slide for phrase 3, which is the same as phrase 1. And then you've got a little tag lick at the end that is like a 1-5-1 chord change. And that, instead of going, which you can totally do, I was listening to the recording and I think I heard him do some sort of single string thing there, or a hammer on, which I really dig. I think that's a cool little effect that he adds. And that's all single string right there. So you got the hammer on, and then I'm dropping my thumb down to the second string to hit that B flat. And then I'm crossing my index finger over to the third string to continue that scale pattern. The B section is really just a study in playing G minor melodic. And if you're used to playing major melodic, then it's going to come fairly easy to you. It starts out with this slide. And then there's this cool pinch. It's 5, 3, 5, 2, 1. And then you hit the third string. And then you're going to do these pickup notes into the first beat of the next measure. So that first string, that D note, is the beginning of the next measure. Then your minor scale pattern, which is the same as your major, you just have your second string tuned down to a B flat. And so you're doing that little single string thing there, thumb with your right hand, and you're ending up on that D natural. So you're going all the way down the scale to that D natural. And the cool thing about that is it's over a B flat chord, which is, the D is the third of the B flat chord. So it's a really cool sounding thing when someone's playing chords behind you. And then, same thing, same phrase. Instead of resolving to the D, you're resolving to the G. And then, you just simply play that one more time, and that's the B section. So that's the 4 sections of this tune. Once you learn this version, be sure to check out my other video where I break down Ben Eldridge's solo on this song. He does some cool chromatic stuff over the A section. The B section is pretty much the same. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below, and please subscribe.